Alright, it's March 12th, 2023. I just wanted to make a short video on what appears to be going on here with the rollover happening. We just rolled over from ESH to ESM3. Well, it's not the official settlement date. The official settlement date for that is the official settlement date is March 17th, but it seems like people switch over about a week before. So what we're doing over in the Traders Lab is that we're generally talking about it, looking at the ESM. So there's a picture from that from one of the members. And in the Traders Lab, we're going to be following ESM23. And we're going to be starting that rollover tomorrow. And we can see this kind of behavior. Look at they refer to this out in the Traders Lab as the bracketing algo. And we see them trying to, there's some sellers up there at 3,000, 4,000. There's some sellers up there at 4,000, 3980 area. And those were relevant numbers in the higher time frame. So look, there's 4,000. There's 4,000. And that would be right where those candles are, the 4,000 area. And that was relevant before. And we had a few numbers like 4,000, we had 3990. There's another one, just looking at candlestick patterns, if you can see them on there. They're 3992 ish. Got VPOC down there of this whole cluster. Hear that VPOC, the micro composite. We have 3880. 3880, that's a number. Keep a look at. There's another one way down there, 3790, 350. So those get blurred a little bit. I should change that so it's not clumping all those numbers together. Doesn't look good. But we see, look here, it is starting to get an evening star candlestick pattern there around 3962, and that was previously an area. through 962. That was the low of March 1st. So if we're looking at that, then that could be resistance there. Or that could be a head and shoulders pattern developing. And then it could go back up somewhere, anywhere in this range here. 4026. Could go to 4085, 4090 was a big number. 4090 and 4000. Like those have been a price that participants they've been real interested in for a while. And I've been working on statistics, trying to iron the trying to get the whole thing situated with the statistics I want. I have a lot of work to do on statistics so I can figure out what kind of edge I have, what am I doing. I made a few notes about that. I need to do studies to find where probabilistic edges could be. I need to work on Excel to be able to perform the data analytics. I just have a basic knowledge of Excel, and you have to have a way to put the data together and analyze it. Once I have those statistics, I have to figure out how those statistics will help me create a trade plan I can be consistently profitable with. That's a really tough one. That's going to take some figuring out. I want to simplify all my inputs to the least needed to exploit my edge-based plan. If I continue using IRT, then I want to simplify that as much as I can. It's a very complicated software to set up and use. Once you have it set up and you know exactly what you want, then it's pretty simple and it will do its thing. I need to keep making market recap videos and recording myself and how and why I did everything. Take the time to watch these on the weekends. It helps narrating the auction, going back, seeing what I'm looking at, what I'm thinking. I might want to do some live trading ones too, where I'm in the during market hours, maybe record a little bit of footage, what I'm doing, what I'm thinking, why I did it, what the results are. And a lot more of that's based on order flow and what I know of these volume profile areas, and I try to follow that Traders Lab overall pyramid. So that's what I'm up to, and then improving my psychology. There's things outside of trading to improve, taking better care of my health, having a more consistent daily routine mapped out. I need to do that. Take some small time each day to do things I enjoy, relieve stress, get some exercise. Watch some funny videos, laugh a little bit, go for a walk, do something to just relieve some anxiety and stress going on. So that'll take a toll on your psychology if you're just going at it constantly. At some point, something just going to have a difficult time with stress. I have a very hard time sleeping. I have for a very long time now, for years. So what I've been trying to do is consistently get to bed at 9 p.m. Uh, Eastern time, Pacific time. Then I can be up and ready around 4 or 5 a.m. and I'll have plenty of sleep by then. I'll get my 7 or 8 hours of sleep at that point. If I wake up between 4 and 5 a.m. Sometimes I don't fall asleep on time, but I have to try to have a consistent routine. Recognizing dangerous emotions that could derail my trading plan execution and stay back and calm down before re-engaging. There's just some of those days you're just getting whipped around, and sometimes you gotta tell yourself, hey, I'm not in the context of what's going on. I need to back off and just analyze what's going on, possibly be done for the day, and just watch. Or if I need to, walk away from the computer, go walk down the street for 20 minutes and come back home and see if that can clear my head so I can re-engage, or if it's a real news event driven day, then watch it, break it down, analyze it, do a market recap. And I think these are some good notes I came up with. And this is a lot of it's based on just everything in general I've learned. Mark Douglas, everything in the Traders Lab, talking with Bruce Pringle. I mean, it's all stuff I've been trying to map out and work on. I really want to make it in this business. I put a lot of time and effort into it with nothing to show for it so far. And it's like I'm just running on a hamster wheel, and I really want to make this thing happen. It's more the figuring out, the statistics. And there's those personal things dealing with my psychology better that I need to improve. So I thought I would talk about a few of those things. And this Investor RT, it's incredibly complicated to use. It's an excellent, excellent program. Probably one of the best things on the market out there. I know a lot of traders love it. And, I really love Bookmap just because how visual it is. That you are looking at it. Here is the order flow. Here's everything happening right now. Here's the order book. Here's all the volume. Here's just all of the activities, icebergs, stops, buy and sell stops. Put your volume profiles in if you have software compatible that does that. Or you have to have some data source to put it in. But wow, it's just an amazing tool, and it can be a little tricky to initially set up, but then once you have it going, you have the idea pretty well down. And they just keep adding all this great stuff. And look at all these things. I don't even use most of them, but I mean it's nice to know they're putting all this effort into developing new things. It's great. Now let's look at this real quick. See, I had a volume profile level pretty close to that. Or that might be a developing one, I don't know. Let's see, there's liquidity here transacted into there. Looks like they got filled. Yep, look at all that happening. So that's all getting filled. See, look at the activity here breaking it down. See, sweep, 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 sweep. More sweeps, and they're getting smaller and smaller. Look how much smaller. And then there's one more. Then we're starting to see seller absorption here. Got a few more of those guys. We've got stop divergence. Got a breakdown, support here, balance here, stop divergence. Not that many stops headed on the way down. And, you know, where's the liquidity at? Well, where's the retail stops at? We know retail stops are around here. Usually isn't too lively on a overnight session. I mean, there's plenty of traders who do it. You know, so the very common area for stops. There's another one down there at the low. And then look at that, 85, 4,000. You can see that on higher time frame levels. You know, 4,000 has had a lot of stuff happen on it recently. It goes way back. 4025, you know, this 4030 to 4020 area, that has had a lot of stuff happen to it. Go down here, the 3950 to 55, lot going on. That 3875, there's another one. 26. The way down 3880, that's a micro composite VPOC. This whole cluster here. And see economic news. It's my economic news app. Yeah. And here's tomorrow's news events. There's nothing all that major for the US. There's a few European things. We had a big bank issue, the Silicon Valley Bank, and a lot of people are trying to get their money out from there, and I guess the FDIC is having to step in and insure those people so they can get their money out. Or something like that, you know. It's I try not to get too concerned about the news events, because that's, I don't know how much that will help me or not. Digging deep into that. On top of everything else I have to work on, I just want to trade. And trade very well. So, this is just another short video here on what I'm trying to do with this, and you know, I'll be looking back at myself here in a week, reviewing this, and hopefully I'll be able to look back on it positively on Sunday and say, you know, I've made a little progress there. So I'll end that video here, and I think I touched on a few good points.